Hi everyone, it's Natalija from Infinity Parenting. I'm a parenting coach. Welcome to my channel. So let's help another mom today. This mom contacted me because she didn't really know how to approach the child correctly and how to deal with her husband too, because they have a little bit different perspective upon this problem. So their problem is that their 4-year-old daughter is having some big emotions, be it sadness, anger, anxiety. They have a little bit different approach as parents towards her. Father is loving and kind, but let's say likes to gently divert the child from those emotions, offering her to read a book, take a walk, offering her a playtime or something like that, or to look out of the window, for example. He doesn't like that she stays too long with those feelings, but likes to kind of distract her instead. He thinks that this way he is helping her to move out of frustration more quickly instead of allowing her to wallow in those feelings for too long. On the other side, of course, we have a mom who is more inclined to give her space to process them, not distracting her with anything, if possible, and if she has time, of course. So, whose approach is the right one, and how to solve the conflict between parents? As a conscious parenting coach, I'm for sure an advocate of giving a child a space to process those feelings whenever possible. Now, there are two different mainstreams about how to do it. The first one is that you provide a child a space for those feelings and dedicate time so that she can process them without you naming the feelings for her, just by being present, validating whatever she might say, but otherwise not saying much. The advocate of this approach is Patty Whiffler, who wrote the book Listen, in which she describes this process and her philosophy a bit more in details. So what are you supposed to do according to this approach? You just listen. When your child is experiencing some big emotion, you move close, be present, and listen without letting your emotions, your personal emotions, to overload you, without saying much, without naming any feelings for her. You just let this process to happen as child is directing it. What kids need from us in those moments is just to feel connected with us and have this space to process those feelings out. Now, the second approach is to do the same, but in this case, help name the feeling for your child too. The advocate of this approach is Dr. Siegel. The famous phrase he has about it is "name it to tame it." With his hand-brain model, he explains how in those moments when kids are experiencing all those emotions, not all parts of the brain are working in harmony. Actually, the lower parts of the brain are more active, experiencing a wave of emotions. So by naming the feelings or helping name them, you will help connect the upper left part of the brain with the right downstairs brain, and consequently calm it down and put it back to balance. What are you supposed to do according to this approach? Connect and redirect. So you come close, connect with your child first, give a hug or something like that, so that her nervous system can calm down and she feels safe. And then you kind of redirect by offering time to talk. You let your child tell you the story that made her upset. If a child is too small to talk, describe what happened with some simple words for her, and afterwards name the feeling by saying maybe something like this: "Oh, sounds like you got scared when that happened." Or, "I wonder if you are feeling angry." Or even better, you simply ask, "How does that feel to you?" Dr. Siegel explains that this way we are teaching them to develop insight into oneself, empathy towards another person, and integration within them and between them. We are teaching them mindfulness while building a secure attachment with them too. Either approach you decide for, it's better that you practice it at home first, till you master it to the extent so that you know you are comfortable using it in public too, when your parents or your family and friends are present. So now, few tips. The first tip is to not worry if you cannot handle all the meltdowns throughout the day, but aim for as many as possible. Second tip is don't worry if at the beginning it will be more ups as downs and it will feel that you are doing something wrong. Kids who are not used to be listened deeply will at first release much more emotions when given this space to do that, but later these emotional, let's say, cleanups will be quick and they will learn how to regulate on your own. So they will just simply come to you, have a quick meltdown, they will be able to regulate their emotions, and then they will move on. And my third tip would be to try to capture your feelings too when holding a space for your child. Try to think about how does it feel for you when you are just present, not trying to fix anything, or what emotions or memories does that open for you. For sure, it is going to bring feelings or thoughts up for you, but you can work on these feelings using various techniques. Remember that by offering space to a child to process those emotions, you are actually helping to not swallow and stuff those feelings in the long run, but let's say rather do this emotional cleanse right there when needed. We were not raised using this method, so active listening is mostly not familiar to us. Our parents never really talk like that with us, but rather they were saying something like, "Oh, don't cry, it's not that bad. Don't worry, you will get another friend. Stop screaming and behaving like that," and so on. Fifth tip is try to think about yourself. What do you truly need when, for example, coming home from work, frustrated about one conflict you had? Would you rather see that your spouse or friend will just listen to you and allowing you to get these emotions, maybe the anger out and frustration out? Or would you prefer that you will be interrupted, criticized for feeling this way, or even laughed at, or even distracted? That would be it regarding this problem. So now let's move on to the parents. What about the conflict between parents? I suggest that mom and dad take some time to talk. Mom first needs to understand that for dad this approach might be too much at this point, and she should not push him if he's not comfortable and ready to do it in his way. He's already a loving father, and he's not doing nothing extremely wrong, but so mom should refrain from interrupting his way of doing it too. Also because she's not aware of what is all this bringing up for him. So just be patient is my advice to this mom. But they can come to kind of agreement that mom will try to do it differently when she feels she can, that she won't involve him in that, but that he needs to be patient, and if too many feelings will open for him, hearing his if too many emotions will open up for him, hearing his daughter being upset for so long, that he won't intervene or try to stop them, but rather move away. Well, I hope parents will find a solution that will fit the family, but I'm pretty sure that after a while with using this approach, they will find it that is beneficial for their daughter as well, for the entire family. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me know if you find this video useful. If you have any additional questions, post them below or text me on any social media. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to my channel or on YouTube, and check and like my Instagram and Facebook page, where I'm daily posting content on conscious parenting topic with my stories included. So stay tuned and see you next time. Bye bye.